We had some issues in the stream. Don't know what it was. But we are live again, so hopefully y'all can hop back in and finish painting with me. Oh boy. Streaming to nobody right now, and that's totally fine. I'll just talk to myself. That's what I usually do anyway. I'm wondering what's going on. Okay, that's all the jetpacks. Oh, hey, how's it going? Welcome back, hopefully. I had to restart the stream because I think it froze. Just finishing up painting these guys, at least for this first sort of pass here. And, oh, there we go. Hey, we got some peeps back here. Hello, peeps. Welcome. Welcome back. We are painting Eagles of Liberty, custom Space Marine chapter from some dude on TikTok. That is not his name on TikTok, by the way. And I'm realizing now that I probably should have maybe paid a little bit more attention to his scheme. It's a little bit more specific than I thought it was at first. Yeah. Okay. We got red shoulders on Terminators with gold. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to go, yeah. You know, I don't know. Red shoulders. Okay, that's lots of red shoulders. Red shoulders, but they have blue arms. And so the problem is I did a little bit of a mismatch here. I don't think he'll be mad. Right? Do you guys think he'll be mad? Okay, I think we start on the sergeant. Red shoulders. And so we're just going to go over. Yep, the whole thing. The whole thing here. And then I'll come back and do some detail after the fact. Probably add some gold. Not bad. Hey, if you were here in the previous stream, welcome back. Something happened, I'm not sure what it was. But I think the stream might have frozen up for some folks. but should have fixed that by now. I mean, since you all are here, it just completely froze on my end too. So I was just sitting there talking to myself for a while. Good thing is I'm pretty experienced with that. I am not in Kentucky. In fact, I am not in Kentucky. Funny story though, if you look at a map of the United States, there are several states where you can like draw an outline. I think it's Louisiana is the foot. It goes all the way up to like Minnesota, and it's like literally some dude frying Kentucky Fried Chicken on a pan, and Tennessee is the frying pan and Kentucky is the chicken. Yes, this is a not technically a board game. This is a tabletop miniatures game. So you can buy the miniatures or 3D print them. Although some people don't like the 3D printed ones or what have you, but yeah, you can buy them, and then this is Warhammer 40,000 specifically. But yeah, and there are many levels to the hobby. I am using ball red contrast here for the... Oh man, the shadows are terrible. Dude, let me grab another bottle of it actually. Ball red for the red. And then I am using Beowulf blue. Army Painter Speed Paint for the blues. Everything else was just a primer, pretty much. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, they are dope. I got into Warhammer, like, back in... When was it? January of 2024? And there is a lot that you can do in this hobby. Oh, yeah, contrast and speed paints... Especially if you don't have a lot of time and you want to get models painted fairly quickly. Highly recommend them. I'm actually painting these for someone else. This is a custom Space Marine chapter from some guy on TikTok. I saw his Marines. I'm like, those guys look pretty cool. Can I paint some? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I'm painting them. And then I'm going to post the video and be like, hey, I painted them. Do you like them? Because I like putting people on the spot like that, I guess. And then if he likes them, I'll send them out to him. And then repeat the process. So. I think, yeah, red is a solid choice here. We'll see. We'll see. I might alternate and do blue on the other ones. I haven't really made up my mind. Haven't really made up my mind yet, but obviously we've got a whole eagle theme here. We've got the red, white, and blue. A very patriotic bunch of guys. They're eagles, so they have to all have claws. You know what I mean. Yeah. They are jump pack intercessors. Yes. And these are custom bits that I found on Cults 3D and 3D printed myself. So these guys are fully 3D printed, but otherwise adhering to typical jump pack intercessors for the most part. And so I found some special helmets. It's kind of hard to see, but they do have kind of like a beak look to them. We've got a very like prominent Aquila here with the eagle on the chest. We've got the claws. We've got an eagle on the shoulders. There's some eagles. Actually, this is technically Raven Guard on the legs down here. I don't know if his chapter was Raven Guard or not, but I just went with it. Nice. No, orcs are an army that I feel like works really well with 3D printing. Because, I mean, number one, it's a horde army, so it makes sense why you'd want to do that, because there's so many models that you need. But then there's also having variety in that army, like having some orcs that look different isn't really a problem. You know what I mean? Like if you have space marines and some of them look a little different, that can be a little sketchy. Or some people think that's weird. Hey, the stream's got a like. Thank you to the stream liker who liked the stream. I appreciate it. Every little like counts. Whoa. We are going to work on these guys a little bit more. I was actually streaming for about an hour and a half prior to starting this stream, and then it froze on me. So I had to start over. But we're going to spend a little bit more time here on these guys before I'm done. If you're watching, do you paint or collect a custom Space Marine chapter? Or have you created your own custom Space Marine chapter? Or your own custom Chaos Warband? Or, I don't know, do orcs have like custom factions and that sort of thing? I imagine they do, because it's like part of Warhammer's shtick, you know what I mean? I know there's people out there who do custom orcs and stuff. Yeah, variation with orcs. Orcs are probably the best army for it, too, I would say. Like if you have a variety of 3D printed models and mixing them in with GW plastic. Orcs are not particularly orderly, so it fits the aesthetic. It fits the aesthetic quite well. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. I did a red shoulder for each of them. Oi. I think we're going to have to do the legs. Yeah, I think we do the legs. The upper legs, I should say, the same color. I've been painting these like one piece at a time, trying to figure out what colors I want where. And then he's got a little pouch there. We'll take care of that too. Clans. That makes sense. The Scrappa Brigade. That's a good name. Orc clans. See, I will probably be going down a rabbit hole now. And then one of these days you'll see me painting orcs on the channel. And if you do, then you'll know it was your fault. Blood Angels? Good choice, my man. Good choice. Myself as well. This is a Terminator Sergeant. Ooh, focus is not so great. Among some others. Whoa. I've also got this guy over here. He's not quite done yet. This is a kit bashed jump pack captain. I also have my little derpy Terminator chaplain with magnetized. They're magnetized hands, by the way, guys. So this thing always twists and winds up looking kind of derpy. The shield actually normally doesn't give me any trouble. But right now it is. Ah, see that? There they go. Yeah, this guy was actually kit bashed. The main body is from Station Forge, but then I've added in some bits from Crimson Lords, which is Grey Tide Studios makes those. So he's still a work in progress. And then I've got another squad of just assault intercessors that I've been working on, and this guy's got the gangster pose on the plasma pistol here. Just because. This guy is totally 3D printed except for the helmet. The only piece here that's not 3D printed is the helmet. And I guess the base. But so yeah, I love me some Blood Angels as well. When I first got into 40K, it was like I did some lore. I don't know if you call it research, but I dug into the lore first. And specifically, I don't know was it Lutein, his channel on here on YouTube. He did a breakdown of the Space Marine chapters. And once I heard about the Blood Angels, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're doing that. Oh, yeah. I have a short on the channel, just like an aesthetic, one of those, you know, where people just show off their models. They have them like spinning around on one of those little spinner things. I have a video on the channel with this guy, to Gangster's Paradise. Because I couldn't help myself. But it works, and you don't really see that pose in 40K that often. So I was like, okay, we got to do that. I reposed it, actually, from its original pose. There's a little red that's got to go right there. Oh, that's a tight spot. That's what she said. Hey, we got 2 likes on the stream. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. If you're just joining us, I see we got some new people here. We are painting Eagles of Liberty. These guys are a custom Space Marine chapter. They're not my custom chapter. Some guy on TikTok posted about them. I'm like, you know, those guys are pretty cool. So, hey, I'm going to paint some. And, yeah, I'll post the video and see what he thinks about them. So that's the plan. That's the plan for these guys. Okay. So far, so good. I kind of just had to get comfortable with where I was going to put the colors. Kind of figure out what felt right. Of course, I did a little bit of an oopsie. I was trying to alternate colors so the arms and the legs were opposite of each other. And then on the Sergeant, I majorly messed that up. But hey, you know, we'll make it work. We will make it work. So one at a time here. These guys came together pretty fast. Oh, gloves. Yes, actually. I use Venom Steel. At least that's what I have on right now. These, so there's not very many in this pack. These are kind of bougie. This was like 10 or 15 bucks for these gloves. But they are, it's like a 2-layered sort of thing. They are some of the most comfortable gloves. You'll see they've got this kind of second layer on the inside. Very comfortable. Like they're snug. Some cheaper gloves can kind of wrinkle a little bit. I don't normally use these. I just got those once and gave them a try now. Actually, today was the first time I'd put them on. I didn't used to wear gloves. And I started to after I cut my thumb with a hobby knife, and when I was kit bashing, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that again. That and then super glue. Like, I was sick and tired of getting super glue on my fingers. Granted, now when I do that, my gloves just rip, so it's like, 6 1/2 dozen or the other, but yeah. And so then I started wearing gloves in my videos, and it kind of became just a thing that I do. Some people think it's weird, but to wear gloves while you paint Warhammer models. Oh yeah, it was thankfully it wasn't too bad. It wasn't a very deep cut. The blade came in like on my thumb, like straight on, like that. It was right down the middle. Oh man, it was kind of nasty. It was nasty. I think I got a couple other cuts around the same time too, and I'm like, okay, I need to switch to gloves. I just need to wear gloves. And now I wear them all the time. I wear them when I'm painting and everything. Oh yeah, it hurt. But with 3D printing, you need to have them because with the resin, you do not want to get that on your skin. It's itchy, irritating. I mean, itchy is the wrong word. It's irritating. It's like, you can tell this is not supposed to be on your skin. So, right there. Okay. Did we get all the legs? Thankfully, no, it did not catch my fingernail. Just the pad of my thumb. So, no complicated fingernail shenanigans. Let's see, we'll clean this brush up. We're gonna go in with some blue. Yeah, that tip is starting to curl a little bit, but it still works. It still comes to a point. Wow. There was one time, I lost a toenail once on my big toe. If you're just joining the stream, I'm really sorry that this is the story you're joining the stream to. But I lost a toenail once. And the thing got all purple and bruised, and it was not very pretty. And it started pushing the nail out. And the new nail was growing underneath it while the old one was still attached. So for a very brief period of time, I had 11 toenails. So that's my claim to fame. It's not Warhammer, it's not my YouTube channel. It's that at one point, I am one of the very few people in human history, probably, who has had 11 toenails. Without also having 11 toes at the same time, because I'm sure there are some people who are in that boat, and nothing against them, obviously. You know, if you were born with 6 toes on one foot and 5 toes on the other, you just have 11 toenails every day. of your life. But for me, that was kind of a, for a while there, it was a good icebreaker. I'd tell people, hey, did you know? Didn't really work out well for me though. In social contexts, and most people didn't care. Probably like you guys don't care all that much right now, other than that it's a funny story. But yes, 11 toenails. Oh boy. I thought it was funny at the time, and now I remember how I got the injury too. There was a kid standing on a stool. This was at like a summer camp type thing, and I was working at the summer camp, and I told the kid to get down from the stool. And as he got down from the stool, it tipped, and the edge of the seat struck my big toe right at the nail bed. And it was not fun. Yeah, ugly is right. So, yeah, that kid. I don't even remember which the kid who it was, but it was definitely angry for a while. I think that was the one time where I went to the doctor too, and they had to drill a hole into my toenail. And so this happens, guys, if you didn't know, if you get a bruise under your toenail, all that blood gets trapped there, and it creates a lot of pressure, and it is not comfortable. And so I went to the doctor, and they pull out this little tool, and they just bore a hole into your toenail until the blood comes out. And that, like, almost instantly relieved the pain. It was quite impressive, actually. Ah. How do I miss these supports? Until I'm like at this stage. Okay. Moving on. But yeah, if you're here and you're just popping in on the stream, I am Noobs for the Noob God. I do not claim to be the Noob God. I am just another noob. My whole purpose here is to make you confident that you can paint Warhammer 2. I am not the best painter or kit basher or anything when it comes to Warhammer, but you know. Oh yes. Mold lines, it'd be the same thing. If I were doing a plastic kit, you would be seeing me do the exact same thing. It'd be like, oh shoot, I missed that. I have to scrape that real quick. At least at this stage with the plastic kit, I will admit it is a little bit easier. Because at this point, the resin is hard, and so if there's a random support connection that I missed or something like that, there's not much I can do about it. It just is what it is at this point. Okay. Did we get all the blue legs? We did. Now blue shoulders. I guess we got to do blue shoulders. We're doing kind of an alternating sort of pattern on these guys. But yeah, if you just showed up, my channel is just You know, Warhammer, pretty much. Nothing too crazy. Man, I'm selling myself so well right now, aren't I? But I do some kit bashes, some painting videos. I've got some videos that I'm working on right now, actually. Haven't released a long form video in a few weeks here, and that's because I'm kind of prepping those. I'm trying to get like a full project done in each video. Whereas before, I kind of was like chopping things up, and like a project would be partially done. And while that's not terrible, I don't feel like that was fully satisfying. So I kind of went back to the drawing board. And that just means that I've got to like take a little bit more time on each video. But hey, some people find it interesting. That is satisfying for me. Also, I do make some inappropriate jokes. So be aware of that. The first short, maybe not the very first short that I posted on the channel. I don't think it was the very first one. But one of the first ones was where my wife came up to me while I was painting or kit bashing. No, I was kit bashing. And informed me that she had, soiled herself. And the funny thing was I was planning to do voiceovers on all my videos. And then I went back and I listened to that, and it was too funny to just not post it the way it was. And so I did. And it got quite a few views at that time, at least for a brand new channel. It was a pretty funny moment. She knows about it at this point. She totally gave her consent before for those of you wondering, before I posted the video. Because she was laughing at it too. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Okay. Oof. This is not a great chair for my back. All right. Hey, we've got 2 likes on the stream now. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming by. If you like snarky, irreverent Warhammer shorts, subscribe to the channel. I do have some long-form videos in the works. This is actually going to be one of those. So you're getting, I guess, a little bit of a sneak peek here. Okay. All those feathers, those eagle feathers on the shoulder, except the speed paint here very nicely. Just a very, very well modeled shoulder pad. That sort of thing. Hey, Lost Marbles, thanks for subbing to the channel. Have a good one. I will be live streaming again. I've live streamed the past 3 nights in a row, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday now. Trying to figure out a schedule. So I'm doing a few nights this week to kind of see like when people are showing up, that sort of thing. Seems like Sunday might be a for sure streaming night, at least in the summer, when I don't have to wake up really early and take my kids to school. Such is the life of a parent. But I'll definitely be streaming a couple times a week for sure. I'd like to stream 3 times a week. You know, day job, kids, my second family. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure my wife isn't watching, so I can get away with that. I'm kidding. Well, I did warn you guys. I make inappropriate jokes. But no, yeah, two or three nights a week is what we're gonna go with. And I'm also on TikTok. If you happen to be there, if you just search for Noobs for the Noob God, you should be able to find me over there on TikTok as well. I tried going live on TikTok, and only one dude really stuck around. Most everybody was like there for 2 seconds and left. That's what it seemed like. I think they were kind of accidentally in the stream. They weren't intending to be there. But yeah, if you like funny YouTube shorts that have Warhammer involved, go check out the channel at some point and subscribe. I appreciate every subscriber. At this stage, I try to reply to most all comments. There's some comments that, like, you know, don't necessarily need a response, but I try to reply to everybody. When I can. Okay. Now, I think to finish off the night, let's just get a little, because we're already using blue. Let's get the blue on the jump packs that I was planning to do. And then I think we will call it a night from there. So blue is going to go up here. And yeah, I gotta be careful here. And speed paint on a flat surface. It's not a great combo. That's not a great combo right there. All right. If you're just showing up to the stream now, thank you for checking me out. Okay, I didn't mean it in that way. You know what I mean. We are painting a custom Space Marine chapter. The Eagles of Liberty. Very America themed here, as you can see. And this is actually not my custom Space Marine chapter. This is somebody else's. Saw it on TikTok. Thought it was hey, that looks kind of cool. And I asked the guy, hey, what do you think? You think I can paint some of those? Would you be cool with that? And he was like, yeah, sure, go for it. So he doesn't know this, but I am doing this kind of kit bash and paint because I had to take some 3D printed files and bash them together to create these eagle-themed Marines. And this is what we wound up with. So far, anyway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're getting there. Anyway, so once I've got these done, I will post the video and I will tag him so he can see how much I butchered his custom Space Marine chapter. I've definitely kind of done my own interpretation of things here. Not exactly the way that he did it, but you know, I'm paying homage to his style. Trying to keep some continuity between what he did and these guys. Because if he likes them, after I post the video, I will send them over his way. And then I will repeat the process. So I'll just have to find somebody else with a custom Space Marine chapter that looks cool and be like, hey, you know what, those guys, I'm gonna paint some of those guys. And yeah, that might just be a thing that I do. Oh boy. Fitting in some tight spots here. All right. Oop. I gotta be careful there. Little technique when you're using Army Paint or Speed Paint. This is gonna be kind of hard to see on camera. But if I've already gone over this surface right here, and I want to make the color a little deeper, of course, I can come back and do another layer. But if it's still drying, I want to be careful not to pull too hard. So I'm just going to tap my brush, make little splotches, rather than actually brushing, because what can happen is I can reactivate the top layer of the speed paint, and then it pulls, and it creates little splotch marks that aren't very attractive. So speed paint gets a bad rap sometimes. People think that it's like just for beginners. Or contrast paint, same thing. There's actually a lot you can do with it. And it allows you to even layer with just one paint in some circumstances. Like here, I've got some areas of very dark blue, some areas that are a little bit lighter. Ideally here, I would do more dark blues underneath, and so I need to come and add some more here, but I'm looking for more just kind of an even, deep blue color right now. But you could, with just speed paint or contrast paint, get that sort of shaded effect. With practice. Right there. Oh, we gotta stay out of the middle. I don't want to paint the middle blue. Where are we? There we are. Cool. Cool. If you guys play Warhammer, let me know in the chat. Or if you just randomly found this stream in your shorts feed. That is cool too. That is also cool, as the kids say. I don't know what the kids say these days. It's all skibbity this, Rizzler that. I don't know. All right. I think we're at quitting time for now. Okay. Yep, I think we're going to pause there. Alrighty. Thank you to the one person in my stream right now. I'm sorry. I'm ending the stream at this point. I appreciate you. The world is a better place because you are in it. Have a good night.